You bring up orbs, and this is a really interesting kind of concept that I think has emerged in the past few years. So these are often internet-connected devices that nation-state actors will assemble and then utilize as a platform for second and third stage attacks targets.
I think the term actually originated in the intelligence community, like I think Five Eyes use this kind of terminology a bit, but I think it's becoming more industry standard as well. Google, Mandiant do a good article on them as well. Yeah, they're basically botnets, but I think more specifically, they're botnets used for a very distinct purpose. We're not talking about DDoS wars, script kiddies here. The actors actually quite like enterprise devices for these, because if you're on an edge device in an enterprise in the same country as your end target, that's just a brilliant place to be. You've got high bandwidth, you're always on, you're coming from more trusted IP space, obfuscates your true origin. So I think POC-based actors, the various typhoons particularly, are well known to use these types of techniques. And I think it's important for maybe mid-market organizations particularly to think about these kind of threats. Historically, ransomware has been the big driver of kind of risk for those organizations, and maybe not considering the more nation state actors as being interested in them.
Yeah.
But if you are, at this point, you become collateral damage in a wider operation where your infrastructure can be abused to attack another organization. Not a great situation. But then there's actually other reasons why mid-market might be a target for some of these, for particularly PLC-based actors. They're known to be pre-positioning themselves to target critical infrastructure as well. And a lot of the mid-market, they might not, some of them do, but they might not all have very high value intellectual property, but they could be like a hospital, healthcare, maybe not a lot of IP in that environment, but it's absolutely very important critical infrastructure. So that's another reason why, as well as building ORBs, the mid-market really needs to, or the whole market, not just the mid-market, the whole market really needs to think about their hygiene when it comes to running these devices on their perimeter. And obviously not just Sophos devices. One of the key learnings, and as we've collaborated with others on this report and just looking at news events, is that this targeting of these perimeter devices is really prolific. If you look at the CISO's latest report on the KEV list, they've listed out the top 15. The top 6 of those top 15 are all perimeter device attacks. And interestingly, they also call out a lot of use of 0 days as well, much more than they were last year. So yeah, this threat is high at the moment. It's a really challenging area for the industry. And that's one reason why we're so keen to do this report, just get that understanding out there.
If you liked what you heard, subscribe to the Security Ledger podcast or check us out on your favorite podcast app, including Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Music.